Whether through personal experience or pastoral experience or understanding during the last year that being locked in during lockdown is way more dangerous for some people than it is inconvenient for some of the rest of us, you'll know that Milton Keynes has a problem with domestic abuse. It has the highest level of domestic abuse in the entire Thames Valley area. Across the country, 1 in 4 women will be abused at the hand of a partner at some point during their lives. 3 in 10 children will grow up in a home where abuse is a regular occurrence. It's a dark situation. And into that darkness, well, if we're followers of Jesus, if we're people of the kingdom, then we have 2 responses. One is to pray that the light would overwhelm the darkness, that it would rush in and change it in a way that is beyond our ability to control or to affect. The second response is to get our hands dirty and to do some work, to humble ourselves and to realize that there are things we need to change and there are things we can do that will make the future different. And that's why we're launching the Sanctuary Network. A network of churches across the city that change our reputation, which hasn't always been good, into being a place where every survivor feels and is safe, where their story is listened to and held in a safe way, where they are encouraged in their journey towards safety as they continue surviving from day to day, where those of us in leadership do the work which is required to ensure that we're not perpetuating systems and practices of abuse, that we're not creating cultures that are just cultures of deference and authority and coercion and control, but we're creating cultures that are Christ-like, that are welcoming, that are inclusive, that are safe, that are secure, and which stand up for those who are abused. I want to invite you to the launch of the Sanctuary Network. On the 28th of September, we're hosting it at St Mary's Bletchley, and it's going to be a morning where we learn about abuse, where we get rid of some of the false ideas that we have. We understand what work that we have to do as leaders, and we commit to doing that together whilst praying that God would do immeasurably and abundantly more than we could ever ask, hope or imagine. On that day, we'll launch the resources that are available free of charge to all churches across the city. We'll launch the learning communities that will teach those in senior leadership, those who are ministry leaders, those involved in working with young people, how it is that they can create safe spaces and do the work to benefit survivors of abuse. I'd love you to be there. I'd love this network to grow into something that when the story is told in years to come, the story is not that Milton Keynes has the highest level of abuse in the area, but that Milton Keynes used to have a high level of abuse. But then something happened, and some people will not understand what happened because it's completely unexplainable, and others will know that it was because the church stepped up and created in the middle of the darkness a growing pocket of light that grew and grew and grew until the future was changed. Click on sirmarksmk.com/sanctuary. You can book your ticket there. It's got all the news about times and places to park and COVID regulations and all of that. I would really love you to come. If you have a team, bring a team. If you've got some volunteers or paid staff, bring them if you want to and if you can, as we seek to create cultures of safety for survivors of abuse across the city. Hope to see you there.